Hey folks, welcome to the Wealth Transfer with TC. Today, I'm going to bring you guys a very important video. And this video deals with XRP and the central bank digital coin and what's getting ready to come. And what I'm getting ready to share with you folks is a prophetic word from Prophet Sharon dealing with XRP. And then I'm also going to share something from Jerome Powell that is very, very important concerning central bank digital coins. Right? And then after that, I'm going to share with you another video, a prophetic dream from Burnley Van Roy from Namibia. And I think this is very important. I believe God is showing people different things and we're putting the pieces together. And after I share all these different videos, I'm going to share some additional thoughts because I am going to talk in between some of the videos, but I want to share some additional thoughts because where we are at in the timeline of what God is doing here on the earth. And also too, I'm going to talk about some other things dealing with gold and silver because I know I'm going to get a lot of comments through this video concerning that. But first, before I get started, folks, I'm not a financial advisor. And if you guys like what I do and you want to support what I try to do, the links are down below in the description and also the About section of YouTube. All right, folks, and everybody that I show you, the videos are going to be down below in the description. And don't forget to subscribe, folks, because many people are missing things because they are not watching. And they're looking for microwave prophecies. And what I'm getting ready to share with you is not a microwave prophecy. This wasn't something that just came out yesterday and then somebody's talking about it today and making it a prophecy, right? These are prophecies that have been out for a long period of time, and they're very important, I believe, in the future of setting up God's kingdom. Okay, so one of the things that I want to bring up first, and that is Prophetess Sharon, and her channel is called Now Daily Bread. And she recently talked about a prophetic word being fulfilled where she saw XRP at 25 cents. Okay, and I have that on my Bitcoin prophecy crashes where she is listed as having between 19 and 35 cents. The 25 cents is her own prophecy. I believe she was reading another prophetic word of the 19 cents. Now, one of the things is you have to remember, I believe that she's under the British pound. So when you look at the conversion of the British pound, and you see the US dollar, 30 cents equals 25 cents in the British pound. And if you look back where XRP has been over the last 4 days, June 13th, 30 cents. June 14th, 29 cents. June 15th, 30 cents. Another almost 31 cents, right? And it's currently at almost 32 cents. So this was a prophetic word that did come to pass because I thought that it was going to take a lot for it to go back down to where it was. Because, you know, folks, if you go back and you look, remember a year ago it was at 79 cents. Remember we saw it at $1.30 and all that. And it was fluctuating between like 90 cents and $1.25, 35. So slowly but surely it has been working its way down to that 30-cent mark. So with her being, I believe, in the United Kingdom and she's under the British pound, that's where we would see that fulfillment. Now, I don't know as far as the 19 cents. It was a dream that she was reading from somebody else, I believe. So I don't know what currency they were under, but it's still probably around the same price. Now, one of the other things is Christopher Harris saw was the XRP case and how they lost, but then eventually that they would win. So I don't know how low XRP will go, but like I shared with you before, folks, they probably know. The big wigs, the big elites, they probably know which direction this case is going to go in. And if XRP is initially going to lose at first or some type of settlement, then XRP is going to go down. But we don't know. It could be at $2. So yeah, it could crash, but it might not crash all the way down to where it's at right now. She did say something in the original video, not this video, but the original video. And that was, you know, don't worry about the cents if you spend a little bit more for your XRP. So even though it's currently at 32 cents, don't worry about if it's at 30 cents. You know, don't worry about those few extra pennies. And so I just want to reiterate that part. I believe that was one of the videos I shared with you mid or late last year. Now what I'm getting ready to share with you from Prophetess Sharon. She's going to describe her dream dealing with the banking system. She's been sharing, if you go to her channel, you really need to check out a lot of her XRP videos. Because some of the things I'm going to say at the end, you know, it's going to might make you really think about what's getting ready to happen here on this earth down the road in the future. So this was November the 10th, 2020. One of the things that she said, she actually had this dream like 10 years ago. She said she didn't know anything about cryptocurrency and all that, but we'll listen to the first 5 or 6 minutes, and then I'm going to come back and say something, and then I'm going to get into the next video.
Hi everyone. I'm so sorry that it's taken me this long to put out this next video. Really sorry. I am going to get better at it. I'm sure I'm working on it. And anyway, in my last video, I shared with you what the Lord showed me in the realm of technology for the end time. In this video, I want to share with you what the Lord has shown me concerning the end time in the realm of finances. So it starts off with a dream I had many years ago. Now in that dream, I was with the public. We were just outside, and there was like a bank in front of us. So and there seemed to be like things were shut off, where like a blackout kind of thing. It was just like a blackout, and then all of a sudden the bank, it's like the bank pulled a curtain, a little bit like when you're in a theater and you've got those beautiful big curtains, and then the show is about to start, and then they pull the curtain open. It was a little bit like that. They just opened, and it was a new monetary system, just like that, instant. The bank opened, and it was a new monetary system, just instantly. There was no, different phases or bit by bit or anything. And when that happened, I said to myself, oh, it looks like they had been working behind the scene. And I think everybody was feeling the same way. The whole public, everyone was thinking the same. It was a dream, so I don't know why we were all standing outside, but in the dream we were all standing outside, almost like standing in front of the bank. So anyway, after that happened and the new monetary system happened, I said to myself, I was filled with remorse, and I don't want to use the word regret, because I know some people find that word very strong, but it was like that. It was like I was filled with sorriness. I was so sorry that I hadn't prayed, and I said to myself, oh, I wish I had prayed. I wish I had prayed. And I woke up. Now in that dream as well, there was something. It seemed to me that there was no. It was just a new monetary system, and the thing that I was hearing around me, or I was feeling around me, was the gold and silver thing was irrelevant. That's what it felt like in the dream. And to the point that when I woke up from the dream, I had to actually go in the scripture in the book of Revelation to see what the Bible said about gold and silver in the end time. Anyway, so let's fast forward now. Now, a little bit soon after that, I had that dream. I had another dream, and in this dream, I was walking down, and as I walked down, I observed that house after house after house, or property after property after property, were all for sale, and they were for sale at a very cheap price. It was as if you could just carry a basket and just take a house and put it in a basket and just like shop around. They were so cheap, like it was amazing. And then I woke up from that dream. So anyway, going back to that first dream where I woke up with regret, of course I prayed, and I was asking God why I was, in the dream I was saying, I wish I had prayed, I wish I had prayed. So I tried to pray, and you've got to remember this dream was years ago. So I hope to God that I prayed enough. Who knows? I hope to God. And perhaps after this video, I shall go back and bring that before the Lord again. But anyway, fast forward now. Recently, in the beginning of the year, after the Lord started to speak to me about the darkness that is coming, and that is going to be the best of times and the worst of times and all that. One day while I was walking, I heard the Holy Spirit say, you shouldn't leave your money in the bank. So when I heard the Lord say that, of course I remembered my dream, the dream I had years ago, that dream I just shared with you. So I started to pay attention, and a series of events started to happen that led me to start looking at cryptocurrency.
Okay, so there's several things I want to go over here, and I'm encouraging you guys to watch the entire video and actually to go to her channel and watch some of the other videos, and I'll share some of my thoughts at the very end of making all these videos on why that is. All right, so she said in her dream that she was with the public and the banks were shut off. And then the banks had flipped and there was like a new monetary system, right? Instantly, right? There were no phases or anything like that. And the public was thinking that some of this stuff was done behind the scenes. And one of the things that we've been discussing is central bank digital coins and XRP. And I did a number of videos on central bank digital coins. The latest one was the Iraqi dinar central bank digital coin. And a lot of people kind of laughed at me about this and they said, no way. And actually on some of the other videos, they're like, no, this is not going to happen. This is not going to work, and so forth. Right. And you can look here when she talked about these things being done behind the scenes. And it is being done behind the scenes, but they're also being public about it. You can see here, Iraq acknowledges that dinar central bank digital coin is coming, right? We talked about Israel, and secretly they were testing the digital shekel. Remember that video, guys? I've also talked about the e-corona, the Swedish krone, the Danish krone, Venezuela central bank digital coin. We got the UK central bank digital coin project that the prophecy dealing with ETN. All right, and how the ETN project is help working on a central bank digital coin with the UK. The Vietnamese dong digital currency is coming. I talked about that too as well. All right, and so there's plenty of other articles of just all these different countries that are working on a central bank digital coin. They've been working on it behind the scenes. Some of these have been keeping their projects secret, like the Iraq, and they're doing this and they're working. All the banking system is working together on this. All right, so folks, so this is a reality that this is going to happen. Now, she talked about the banks being shut. She said the banks were shut off. And that's why a lot of times you see these prophetic dreams or even just, financial experts or whatever. They talk about pulling your cash out of the banking system. So there must be a reason for that. But in one of these other videos I'm going to discuss, we're going to discuss what the banks are going to do with that cash. All right. Now, she did say that part of the system, gold and silver, was irrelevant. And it's not to say that it's not going to be relevant in the future, because we have discussed gold-backed currency. Now, it could be very well that they try to implement this central bank digital coin system, and it works for a while, and then it fails. Then she also discussed another prophetic dream about houses, and we discussed that before in another video that I shared with you guys with the wealth transfer, dealing with houses and land. There's going to come a time when you'll just be able to go and just buy a whole bunch of land and houses and everything else for super cheap, right? Which is for the kingdom of God. So there was a new monetary system that came instantly, folks. What I'm getting ready to share with you is the next video is Jerome Powell speaking on central bank digital coins, the United States and their digital coin, and when it's going to be implemented. Now, folks, the next video that I'm getting ready to share with you comes from Jerome Powell, and it comes out from his own lips. He is the head of the Federal Reserve, and that's basically the head of the central banking system. And what he's saying is very important, and this goes to show some of the things what Prophet Sharon was saying about working behind the scenes, and now they are telling us when this system is going to be implemented. Now, I may have to go ahead and just share this video twice so you guys can get an understanding of what was said.
Looking forward, rapid changes are taking place in the global monetary system that may affect the international role of the dollar in the future. Most major economies already have or are in the process of developing instant 24/7 payments. Our own FedNow service will be coming online in 2023. And in light of the tremendous growth in crypto assets and stablecoins, we are examining whether a U.S. central bank digital currency would improve upon what is an already safe and efficient domestic payment system. As our white paper on this topic notes, a U.S. CBDC could also potentially help maintain the dollar's international standing. Looking forward, rapid changes are taking place in the global monetary system that may affect the international role of the dollar in the future. Most major economies already have or are in the process of developing instant 24/7 payments. Our own FedNow service will be coming online in 2023. And in light of the tremendous growth in crypto assets and stablecoins, we are examining whether a U.S. central bank digital currency would improve upon what is an already safe and efficient domestic payment system. As our white paper on this topic notes, a U.S. CBDC could also potentially help maintain the dollar's international standing.
Rapid changes coming within the global financial system. The international role of the dollar in the future in these instant 24/7 payments, where these other countries are already using it or they're working on it. And theirs, the Federal Reserve, is coming online in 2023. So in 2023, folks, and like I shared with you guys earlier, I've been saying that this is coming. And so he's telling us when it's coming. Now, see, most of Americans are not even going to pay attention to what was even said. Most of the people around the world aren't going to pay attention to what he said. And they're not paying attention to the media. They're not paying attention to the news articles about the central bank digital coins. They don't have any clue. It's going to seem like for most people that this is going to be done instantly, but they've already been working on it, folks. So I'm going to share some additional thoughts after I share this next video. This next video comes from Bernie Lee Van Roy. Right? She's from Namibia, and she's sharing a prophetic dream concerning what the banks were doing, moving away from fiat money and burning physical money. All right, so we'll go ahead and listen to the first few minutes of this, and the link to the entire video will be down below in the description.
Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Bernie Lee, and today I just want to share a quick dream that I had. I just want someone to please interpret it for me. If they have the gift of interpretation, please do interpret this dream for me. So I had a dream whereby the government or the main bank in our country was collecting all the monetary notes and coins and stuff like that in order to burn it, because the government was moving towards a digital platform for money, like the cryptocurrency. So it was actually moving towards cryptocurrency. And I remember in this dream, when the announcement was made that the banks all over the world were doing it, and then it was now being implemented in our country. I was now standing there and I was thinking to myself, okay, I have investments in cryptocurrency, but I need more. Where can I quickly buy cryptocurrency from with the money that I have before the government gets my money and burns it? And I was like, okay. So I had money, I had cryptocurrency. I have invested in cryptocurrency, so I do have cryptocurrency, but I didn't have enough cryptocurrency. And I remember standing in that dream, and I was like, looking, searching for cryptocurrency to buy and stuff like that. And it just wasn't available. It wasn't available. And when I woke up, I was stunned. I was wondering, what does this dream mean? Yes, so when I woke up from that dream, I remember I felt like one of the foolish virgins who had oil but did not have enough. And it also reminded me of Pharaoh's dream that he had, whereby he was being warned of the 7 years of famine and the 7 years of plenty, which Joseph interpreted. So maybe Joseph is out there and they can interpret the dream. It felt like a warning dream. And it felt like a warning dream, definitely. And I'm now not saying that people should run and go invest in cryptocurrency. But what if it is a warning dream? What if it was a warning dream for us to wake up and stop being ignorant? I don't know. Yes, guys, so I just shared this dream. I feel like it's a dream worth sharing.
Okay, folks, so you heard her particular dream and some other thoughts and some other things that came to her. Okay, she talked about Namibia, and they were collecting the notes and the coins to burn them. Just to try to talk about her country, where she's from, the Namibian dollar, right? That's the official currency of Namibia. So we have approximately in April, you can see the Namibian Central Bank announces plan to launch CBDC. So there's a number of articles surrounding that. And so this is something that they are going to do. And this just goes to show where the world is going to. So that was back in April, folks, when they said that they were going to launch it, which means they had already been working on it. And so in this, the governments around the world are going to be doing this. And they're going to start burning cash in other countries before they start burning in Namibia. All right, so obviously they're going to be asking people to turn in their cash and their coins. And that they also announced they're moving towards the digital platforms. Okay, and the other thing that she said that was very important was that she was looking to buy crypto, but it wasn't available. All right, now we already know that if the central bank digital coins facilitated with what? XRP and probably XLM. And what have the other prophetic dreams been talking about? Christopher Harris, Prophet Sharon, Johnny Currency 365 has been talking about the XRP and the XLM. Claudia pouring the money into XRP, XLM, and Shiba Inu. So there's a common theme between some of these, is that when these events take place, whether it's the Bitcoin flash crash or any other events, that we are supposed to invest in those cryptocurrencies. Mainly dealing with the central bank digital coins, it's going to be XLM and XRP. Now, she did say that when the crypto, it wasn't available. She also related to the virgins not having enough oil. Okay, some had oil, some had enough oil, and some didn't have enough oil. So maybe moving into this financial system, we need to make sure we have enough XRP and XLM. And I don't know, folks, if XRP is going to go down any cheaper. It might very well be a little bit more stable because people are expecting things to happen. But this is probably where we need to stack up on our XRP and XLM while it's cheap right now. And she also talked about the 7 years of good and the 7 years of bad. Kim Clement talked about that too as well. And I don't know how that's all going to work out, because once the wealth transfer has started, then we're going into 7 years of good and establishing God's kingdom and doing the will of God how he has directed us to do, right? And then 7 years of bad. And what's conflicting for me is the 7 years of bad. Is it that we're still going to be here, so to speak, but we have God's kingdom established and we're doing everything that we can, and then boom, then the rapture comes? Or is it 7 years and then boom, the rapture comes? Or is it 7 years and then the 7 years of bad? You see what I'm saying, folks? So it's kind of making me think about how much time we really have left here and what we're supposed to do and how important it is to do the will of God and pray for your family, pray for your friends, pray for your children and your grandchildren and your great-grandchildren, because when these things get really, really bad and we're not here, but your grandchildren are still here or your great-grandchildren are here, those prayers you put up now will help them when that time comes if they don't go with us. So this is kind of make me wonder. These are just some additional thoughts that I have. And the whole thing about the gold and silver being irrelevant, one of the things that I thought was, because, you know, we've talked about different people having prophetic dreams and visions about a gold-backed system, and we discussed it here. And so one of my thoughts is that maybe when they implement the system, it still doesn't work because there's nothing backing these central bank digital coins, right? We still are going to have the debt. So maybe the system won't work, and then we go to a gold-backed system. So how long is all this going to take? You know, we're in 2022, and I've shared prophetic dreams about the Dow being, you know, at 6,000, and Biden is still in office, and you look to see how things are going now and some other events, and you're like, okay, well, when are all these things going to take place? You know, the Iraqi dinar revaluation, you know, obviously that they're going to revalue and we turn in our cash. Will this happen around the same time as they do the CBDCs, or will it happen before then, and then they go to a central bank digital coin? All right, and maybe there will be this revaluation where the central banks strike back and they start the revalue of their fiat currencies. I don't know, folks. This is why we take it day by day and prophecy by prophecy. And is the central bank digital system, is this going towards implementing the B system where they take away all the cash, right? It'd be easy to control, right? Rich or poor, free or slave, okay? Because you know what they can do, these central bank digital coins. They can send you $10,000 and tell you you have to spend it within 2 weeks. They can send you $10,000 and tell you can only buy certain items with it. Okay, so when you go to the store and you go to swipe your CBDC card, and they'll tell you, well, all these other items aren't covered under the central bank digital coin. That's exactly what could happen. And so also, too, I think about cash, and I've seen if you just type into YouTube, and there's plenty of dreams and visions of people being told, pull your cash out of the banks. You know, that's something that, you know, you have to go to the Lord about, but maybe just start doing some research on that and why. And maybe part of that is that when things get really bad here soon, that people will start making run on the banks and you will not be able to get cash out. So that is another thing, that when some of these wealth transfers begin, make sure in your safe and secure home that you have plenty of cash. Okay, I know you can't walk around with $10 million in cash, but you want to make sure that you have enough on hand, not just when the wealth transfer begins, but always until they force you to turn in your cash and say, if you don't turn in your cash after a certain time, it's going to be worthless, right? Because that's what's going to happen with the dinar. You know, the 25,000, you know, all the different high notes and the Vietnamese dong. And again, my other thoughts on the central bank digital coin stuff, folks, it's here. And they're talking about 2023. The Federal Reserve implementing their version. Okay, and they're trying to keep up with what the rest of the world is doing. They've already been discussing this behind the scenes. And maybe that's one of the reasons why God had to stop XRP, and that's why the lawsuit was put on there. Maybe that was God's doing in a way, so that his people can benefit from it. Right? Who knows? I have no idea. And to a lot of people, it's going to seem like this new monetary system was instantly, but they have been working on it, folks, and just been sharing with you, you know, these different articles and stuff about a lot of this stuff already working behind the scenes. And I also believe that this could be leading us into the last great harvest. There are different people that have different theories and views of how long, much longer, things can last here. And, you know, there's some people that say 100 years or 50 years, and that's very possible. But it might be very well sooner than that. And so we have to do what we can to establish the kingdom of God. Because the way that I'm looking at things, you know, maybe about 14, 15 years, and then that's it. But those are just my thoughts and opinions on all of this. So you guys tell me what you think about all this. Leave your comment down below in the description. And all the links to these videos will also be down below in the description. You know, folks, I guess this is the time now to go ahead and start stacking up on XRP and XLM. It could go down lower than where it's at, folks, but I don't want anybody to run out of oil. And this is one of the reasons why, you know, we kind of try to stick with some of the prophetic coins. And I do believe that a lot of these cryptocurrencies that you see that are out there now, you look, there's 19,920 digital coins, and with regulations coming, you're going to see a lot of those cryptocurrencies go away. She did say that the crypto wasn't available. So if crypto wasn't available during this time period when this took place, maybe the cryptocurrency platforms were down at this time for whatever reason, or, you know, for whatever reason you couldn't buy any more XRP. Maybe they did something to where you couldn't buy it, you could only sell it. I have no clue or no idea. So that is all I have for today, folks. I thank you guys for listening. God bless. TC out.